Joining me now live from Australia is Tough Enough star Giorgia, aka GiGi. You can follow her on Twitter at Tough Giorgia. GiGi, thanks for joining us today, and how you doing?
No worries at all. Yeah, I'm doing well, thank you. I've got over my jet lag now, so I'm back into training. I'm catching up with friends. Glad to be home.
Great. Well, it's glad to have you on the show. We really appreciate you coming on today. I want to start off by asking you about your time and Tough Enough. As we all know, you were eliminated last week, and it's really unfortunate to see you go because you were the best female on that show, in my opinion, and I think everybody.
Thank you.
I think everybody can agree on that. But just tell me a little bit about your overall experience on that show and what it's like living in the barracks with all the other competitors.
Yeah, it was an amazing experience. I even going over to America, I was sure, of course, that I was going to get through to the final cast because 40 people were called back, and we had a 2-day boot camp and kind of trying to wean out the weak ones, So I wasn't even sure that I'd be in the final cast. So I flew over there just on a whim. I hope I got through. But when I found out I'd made it and we got into the barracks, oh gosh, it was full on. Every day, 24/7, just go, go, go. We didn't have much downtime. The cameras were in our face 24/7. But everyone that I met, I'm sure I'm going to be friends for life with. We all got along really well. Some big personalities in the house. When I first got there, so it took me a bit to settle in because some of the characters, they were just so out there. I felt it was hard to get my 2 cents in, but once settled in, it was easier to be myself and start playing the game.
Yeah, hey GiGi. I mean, what was it been like getting coached by legends like Lita and Booker T and Billy Gunn, and specifically Lita because she's someone you look up to? Is that right?
Oh hell yeah! When I found out Lita was going to be our coach, I was so excited. She's definitely a role for me. Watching back what she's been through with the WWE, she's just a strong woman, and I was ecstatic to have her coach me. Billy, Booker, lovely, lovely guys. I just couldn't believe all the legends that I got to meet. We got to meet John Cena, Natty, the Bella Twins, Big Show. The list goes on. I feel really blessed to have met them.
Yeah, GiGi, to me and to Ryan as well, you were the best female competitor on the show, and we both thought you had this competition in the bag. You're welcome. You won 6 challenges, if I'm not mistaken. You were heavily favored throughout, so I want to get your take on that. Do you think you were the most female on the show, and how shocked were you to be put in the bottom 3, and how shocked were you to be ultimately eliminated?
Well, you see, the week that I got up for elimination and I was eliminated, it was a 50-50 chance I'd be in the bottom 3 because there was 6 of us left. So we were all pretty ready to be put in there. We all, nobody felt safe. But I wasn't ready to go home. Like you said, I know I was a strong competitor. I believe I was the strongest girl competitor. I mean, I won the most challenges out of the guys and the girls. I was the coach's picks. I really did everything I could to leave my mark, and I didn't think, of course, I would have loved to be there in the final.
Yeah, GiGi, it seems to me like you have a pretty big fan base, and, I could tell by just tagging you in a post on Twitter, and, all the feedback, all the retweets and the favorites from all these fan pages. I even had a Team GiGi fan page follow my account, so you definitely have your fans, without question. So why don't you think the votes were on your side? Do you think that, possibly the time difference in Australia had something to do with it? I mean, what is your take on that?
Definitely. I think that has to be it because, like you said, I've had such a huge following and fan base online. I think the voting came down to the time difference. Mm-hmm. So I have family in the UK, but that's like 1-2 a.m. For them when the voting goes live. And then in Australia, it was like 10 a.m. So it was in the middle of a working day. So it was hard for people back home to support. if it was set up a little bit differently, maybe like the voting open for a whole day, then maybe it would have given people a chance to vote.
Right.
The voters had the final say. That would have been good. I mean, they're the people that are spending all the time with us. They know what our talents are like. So yeah, it's just the way it was set up.
Yeah, GiGi, we said before the show how you were the strongest female on the show. So with that being said, who do you think was your biggest competition on the show?
Oh, good question. My biggest competition was Chelsea. She has experience in wrestling. She definitely knew what she was doing in the ring. So when she turned up, I was like, ooh, I've got some competition here. So I was shocked when she was eliminated as well. I think she deserved to be there a lot longer than she was.
We're talking to Tough Enough star GiGi, who you can follow on Twitter at Tough Giorgia. GiGi, I was reading a little bit more about your background, and I see that you've done gymnastics, cheerleading, fitness modeling before this. So when did you start thinking about getting in the ring? Was there a certain someone or something that motivated you to want to become a WWE diva?
Yeah, so it actually came about through my fitness modeling. I compete with the WBFF, which is World Beauty, Fitness and Fashion Federation. And they actually put up a status that Tough Enough was coming out, and if anyone wants to put in an application. And when I saw that, I thought, oh my gosh, I've got to do this. I've got to take up this opportunity because to me, WWE involves everything that I love and I believe I'm good at. So when I saw the opportunity arise, I was like, oh, I've got to put through my application straight away. I think the gymnastics background helped me with all the in-ring stuff, picking things up really quickly. I found that I just got things, the being on stage in the spotlight, entertaining through fitness background as well. So all of them kind of meshed together nicely to make me a pretty strong competitor.
Yeah, GiGi, it seems like from watching the show that you and your father had a very close relationship. We saw both you and him get very emotional when you called him on the phone, and I can't imagine how tough that must have been to be away for so long. So talk to me about your relationship with him and also the influence he and the rest of your family has had on you.
Yeah, so my family and I are super, super close. We spend all our time together. We work together in the family business. My dad and I are especially close. We do a lot of training together back home. So that scene that we did together was pretty special for me. My dad's quite emotional like I am, so it wasn't we try to control our tears, but it all came out in that scene. I think that showed a relatable side to me. It was my dad realizes that this is my dream and that I'm not gonna stop until I make it. So he got emotional knowing that I'm gonna be away from home. There's a big chance that I'll be moving to America to pursue this, and I think it kind of hit him, and he was like, "Wow, I'm gonna be without my little girl." So. He missed me a lot more than I missed him because it was just so busy over there that I didn't have time to sit back and think about how much I missed home. I was enjoying myself so much and completely immersed in the competition that I didn't think about it too much.
Now, let's say you eventually make the WWE. Do you think you would be able to handle being away from your family?
Everyone keeps asking me this question. I definitely think so because this is my dream. This is what I want to do. I want to leave my mark on the world. I want to leave a legacy, and I can't do that by hanging around home, just being with my family. You've got to get out there and make things happen in this life. And think that with technology these days, FaceTime and Skype, it's only a flight away, so I'm sure they'd come over and visit me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, GiGi, I want to know a little bit about your match from last week's Tough Enough with Tanner, because I personally really enjoyed watching you in the ring, but of course the reason you were put in the bottom three was because you seemed to be a little bit confused as to what character to play. Tanner was supposed to be the heel, I guess, and you were supposed to be the babyface, if I'm not mistaken. So tell me a little bit about that. Did you guys go over that before the match? What happened with that?
It was an awesome time. I'm lucky that Paige saved me when she did, so I got to experience that. They put me with Tanner, and I was a bit shocked at the start. I was a bit nervous. I was like, ooh, the girls are going with girls, the boys are going with boys, and then I get put with Tanner. But I think it actually worked to my advantage because we got to tell a pretty cool story.
Mm-hmm.
I would have liked to have been the heel in that circumstance. I think I played that a lot better, like when I did my Bitchy Boss performance. I feel like that's more me, and I'll definitely want to look at being a heel in the future. But I was pretty relaxed with Tanner. He knows what he's doing in the ring. You know, he's very athletic. So I was happy to be with him.
Now, GiGi, what would you rather prefer be? Who do you think? What character you would be better? Would you be better as a heel or a babyface? What do you think you'd be better at?
You know, my normal personality, I'd be a babyface. But like lots of wrestlers, I think they like to put on a character that they're not normally, you know? So I think I'd be a better heel. I really do. I enjoy it. It's fun.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that one. You play a very good bitchy boss, might I say. All right, GiGi.
Yeah.
Well, we have one more question here before we let you go. I want to know what's next for you. Have you looked up any wrestling schools, or has anybody given you any advice on what to do next? What are you going to do to ensure that we see GiGi in the WWE ring one day?
Yeah, great question. I have been contacted by a lot of wrestling schools all over America, but the big thing for me is sorting out a visa to be able to get over there and continue it in America. At the moment, what I'm trying to do, I'm getting back into my weight training while I'm here, and I've contacted someone locally in Brisbane who's happy to help me continue where I left off. So he's quite an experienced wrestler. He's been over to Japan and wrestled for many years. So I'm lucky to have him, and he's going to continue it with me. And hopefully, you know, I can back to America soon.
Mm-hmm. Well, all right. That was GiGi from Tough Enough. You can follow her on Twitter at Tough Giorgia. GiGi, thank you so much again for joining us. We really appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule for us. We wish you the best of luck.
No, thank you so much. Thank you.
And we hope to see you out there in the WWE ring one day. We'll be rooting for you.
Thank you so much, guys. It was lovely to speak with you.
Well, you too. Best of luck, GiGi.
Best of luck, GiGi.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Take care.